Hey everybody, and welcome to Early Access Podcast, episode 40. Angelo, and surprisingly, a whole shitload of games came out. I called it back a little bit. It's getting late. I don't want the episode to get too long, in risk of running over my usual, 15, 20, 25-minute podcast. I scraped it down a little bit. All the links for all the games that came out, though, will be in the show notes. And, I will at least mention what came out. Plus, Steam went down in the middle of all this, so none of this was loading. So I have what I have. It's unfortunate, but I need to get the podcast out there for you guys. So just gonna go start with news. First thing, I'm moving from Twitch to Hitbox. Hitbox is just better. Well, for me, it's better since I'm not playing any competitive games or anything. It allows me to. Let me see if I can go to the page. So Hitbox is better for me because you can earn your advertising through Hitbox, which you can't do unless you're a partner on Twitch. I can have subscribers through Hitbox, just like if I was a partner on Twitch. So, just monetarily, it's better, especially because I don't stream all the time. It's going to take me a long time to get the partner on Twitch. So something like Hitbox is better. Plus, there's like virtually no delay. I think it's like 5 seconds, which is pretty fucking awesome. Because it allows me to interact with the people that do come by and watch the videos as if I live stream the podcast, or I'm live streaming one of the first looks, or even when I just stream. I've been streaming a lot of Rocket League lately. I streamed like a couple hours of Skyforge today, which I'm still having a great time with. I still recommend going to check that out. It's in the open beta right now, but go check that out. It's actually a lot of fun. But yeah, Hitbox, it's a lot better than Twitch for me anyway. Hopefully, over time Twitch changes the way that that they do the partnership stuff, and maybe I'll do both at some point. But for now, it's going to be hitbox.tv/early access. Just go follow me on Twitter, Early Access PC. On Twitter, excuse me. And you'll see whenever I'm going up. It's all that. So I just posted this first look earlier today for Barbara Ian. I only played about like 15 minutes of the game. I got a good handle on it. So Barbara Ian is, I have no idea what the price is. I couldn't log into Steam to find out. So it's a top-down dungeon crawling, like hack and slash roguelike. So you play as Barbara Ian. You're like a Viking man, I think. And you're killing dungeons full of goblins and other creatures. It's a little pixel voxel based, not voxel. Just pixel animation, polygonal. It's just very janky looking, but in a good way. With some heavy metal, the soundtrack's pretty decent. The only thing is you have 1 HP, so everything kills you. One hit and you die. So there's a lot of skill involved. There's only 2 buttons. At least that's all I had when I played. You can do like a roll. You get like if you were watching, you can see you can like roll over like pits and stuff, like lava pits and stuff like that. But what it is as you work your way down the levels of the dungeon, each level you have to find the chest on the level to unlock the next gate. So the first level is 1 chest, then 2, and etc. The only thing is every time you open one up, you get a different weapon, and you have to use that weapon. Like you have to pick it up. So there's different weapons. Like they just added the one is like laser beam eyes, which seems to be the most powerful. You have like a hammer, like Thor's hammer. You throw it, and it like kind of stays for a second and comes back to you, so it hits enemies both times. Let's see what else. There was a crossbow. There was this wand of explosion, which put like a little rune on the ground, and it would blow up after a second. But I died the first couple times I used it. It's alright. It's a cool little game. I think it's only a couple bucks. I think it's like $4. So go look at the video. I haven't done like an actual review of it. I just wanted to get a video up because I hate only posting back to back podcasts. So I wanted to make sure I played something and put it up there for you guys. So I did that. I also played that game Dungeon League that I talked about in the last episode. The thing is, like, it's going to be hard for me to review that game in the context that it deserves to be reviewed because it's a local multiplayer game and it doesn't have any of the single player stuff except for like a tutorial and like a free mode, which gives you a good idea of how it controls, but it doesn't really have anything. Like, I can't get into the actual like gameplay of it like with other people. I mean, if it controls pretty weird. You have to be facing in the direction you want to shoot. But it's pretty deep. There's multiple characters. They all have like their own abilities and everything. And it's just like a multiplayer dungeon battle arena kind of with the other with monsters in the dungeon. It's actually really neat. Maybe I'll sit my girlfriend down and try to play some of it, but until then, I really don't know what to like. I can't really give it a good review, and it's not that it's bad. I just can't review it properly without playing it with somebody else. So until they maybe once they add like a single player mode or even some online multiplayer, then maybe I'll get a better chance of reviewing it. But for now, maybe I'll post a video of the free play version, like the free play mode, just to let you guys see what it looks like. But I know there is videos out there of people playing it multiplayer, so if you're interested in that game, go check it out because it actually is. It looks like it'd be a lot of fun with a group of people. So that's all I've been playing, except for I played a bunch of Rocket League, and I also played a bunch of, like I said, Skyforge. I played some Hearthstone as well. That game's still that game. It's a very RNG heavy attempt at a CCG. Or not even a collectible. Well, yeah, I guess it's a collectible. A lot of people like Hearthstone. I'm still, I prefer Magic, where I can just go buy the cards I want instead of having to buy packs and hope I get the cards I want. So, personal preference, it goes a long way. So the last thing before I jump in the games that came out is the game Cosmonautica. Let's see, 77%, 344 reviews, mostly positive. It's $15, but I'm pointing out because congratulations to Chasing Carrots. Their game just left early access, so as of the 31st, it is now a full release title. And if you guys don't know what it is, Cosmonautica is a space trading simulator. So it kind of looks like the hell, the new Fallout shelter with like the ship and everything, like you're building rooms on your ship, but it's way more in depth than that. You're traveling the solar system, you're dealing with different merchants, you're selling stuff, you're fighting, I guess you're recruiting stuff like people for your ship. It looks like a pretty good game. A lot of people seem to be liking it. So go check that out, $15. Again, congratulations to those guys on making it through early access. I try to point that out whenever it happens because, early access gets a bad rap because how many games don't make it out of early access or are stuck in early access for fucking ever. So I like to point it out. This game is actually, the next game, alright, so this is the new releases. This is stuff that's come out since the last episode. Now this game is unique in the fact that it launched on the 31st. It has no reviews yet. It's $12.74, 15% off, so it's $15 normally. It is in early access, but it's called Don't Be Patchman. Now, this is an indie action adventure game, pixel art style. It looks really cool. The art style is like neat. It's all like, they made all the assets for this game. The thing that's unique about it, though, is that it's launching just on Linux. I don't see that often. Let me see. Yeah, it's just exclusive Linux build for July. I guess they wanted to make their deadline to be out in July, so they had a Linux build, and there you are. So if you have Linux, go check it out. I don't know how many Linux exclusive titles you get. They will be making this game available on Mac and Windows. So in the meantime, if you don't have a Linux system, I guess you're gonna have to hold out on this one. Actually, I would hold out anyway because it doesn't seem like there's any reviews yet for it either. So, but it looks pretty cool. A little pixel art style guy. He looks naked for some fucking reason, and he's purple. So, ugh. All right. So let's see which one of these seems cool. All right, GeoCore. Early access, $10. It's got 2 positive reviews so far. The only 2 reviews. It's a action. I don't know what 6DOF means. 6 direction something, I'm assuming. So let's see. Setting the player free from the floor, balanced multiplayer maps with stable and well-tested netcode. It's got VR support. It looks like a space shooter. I don't know much about it. Let's see, what does it say? You're the pilot of a highly maneuverable fighter ship codenamed the Fury. After the Furies of ancient mythology, the Fury is made possible by superconductive core, fused from lava from beneath the surface of the Earth. Well, yes, of course it's from the surface of the Earth. I mean, unless it's a different planet or something. So yeah, it's just multi-directional shooter, space shooter, I guess. Online. Does it have multiplayer? Yeah, multiplayer. It's like cockpit view. It looks pretty cool, but if it doesn't have like a single player campaign, and it says it's multiplayer, but I don't know how many people you're gonna get playing this game really. Multiplayer games are tough, especially in the early access landscape. But then that brings me to this game, which shits all over my point. This game is called Dead Realm. It's a horror, like multiplayer horror game. It's got 91% positive, about 500 reviews. It's $15. This is made by 3 Black Dot and Section Studios. It is in early access, and what it is, it's like a horror hide and seek game. So you play with other people. One person is like the monster or whatever, and you have to go find the rest of the people. It's got jump scares and everything. But I wanted to point out that even though there's all these positive reviews, some of the negative reviews. Well, this one has gone down, and that's 50%. It pointed out that the popularity of these kinds of games is because of like specific YouTubers promoting them. For instance, I think it was it's not on this page, but I know PewDiePie, for instance, really gets behind the horror games out there. So I don't know if he played this yet. I haven't checked. I haven't seen what he's been doing lately. But if he did, that's gonna give you a lot of people buying your game because he did. But it's a multiplayer only game that's got players right now. So again, it's just insert foot into mouth about multiplayer early access games. But the horror genre is hot right now, with Five Nights at Freddy 4 coming out and all that jazz happening around that game. It looks pretty cool though, but somebody pointed out that it kind of just looks like a Gary's Mod game, and Gary's Mod's only $10, and this is $15. Again, this is just based on what I've read, but it looks scary. It's got jump scares and everything. I don't know if I would play it personally, but I'm sure there's people out there that are like, would have a good time with it. It just doesn't seem like something I could play over and over again. If I'm going to play a multiplayer game like this, I'd prefer it to be like super competitive. But, we'll see. Let's see. The next game is Call to Arms. 83% positive out of 148 reviews. It is a $20 early access game, and then there is a $30 deluxe edition. Now, Call to Arms is a action sim, real-time strategy, like war game. Gonna leave it at that. Looks like Command and Conquer kind of game. All right, next game is called Leap of Faith. It's only got 2 reviews. Both of them are positive. It's $16 usually, $13.59 because it's on sale. And now this is a top-down. It says it's a roguelike hack and slash game. Apparently, there's like a deck of cards that alters your gameplay as you play. I guess that's like part of the roguelike aspect. It looks like a dungeon crawler, a hack and slash dungeon crawler with a unique mechanic for skills and whatnot. It looks pretty cool, kind of on the expensive side, especially for a game that I don't know anything about. It's from a company called Clever Plays. Let's see, super fast skill-based action, emphasis on high mobility. Card deck, the cards of the deck of fate define a unique journey, a dark cyberpunk setting. So yeah, go check it out. If go watch the video, go YouTube some first looks and see if it's something that would interest you. Personally, there's only so many dungeon crawlers that you can play anymore. Especially like roguelikes are getting beat to hell. Like dungeon crawlers are horror games, survival games. Like a couple of games that I decided not to go through again is, there was another 2 survival horror games that came out, or survival games, and they all have mixed reviews because they're all moderately okay. Like they're all like, it is a survival game, so people are gonna be like, I like it, and then most people are gonna that would talk negatively about it are gonna get shit for it. So. All right, so the latest game I got is this game called Bombernauts. Now, this game actually looks kind of cool. It is a multiplayer game, and it doesn't say local multiplayer, which is a positive. It's got 13 reviews, 92% positive, so one person wrote a negative review. Really, he just complained that the speed of the game isn't to his liking. So I don't know if that's really a reason to give it a negative review. It's $10, but it's 10% off until the 7th of August, so it's $9. And now, this game reminds me of like a arcadey, like Bomberman style game. So it's like an arena, like Bomberman style game where you're throwing bombs around. I think it said it was voxel based. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's got all the maps are fully destructible and they're voxel based. So you're literally just throwing bombs all over the place, trying to destroy your opponents. It looks super hectic, super fast, over the top. It looks like an arcade version of a Bomberman. It actually looks really cool. It's got a map editor, I think. I mean, it's in the video that I'm watching right now, but I don't know if it's in the game yet. But yeah, if you have a group of friends, go check it out. It's relatively cheap. They did that thing that I love, which is they have a 4-pack for $18. So it's great. And actually, if you buy the regular version for $9, it actually comes with an extra version as well. So you're getting it for $4.50 right now for each copy, which is awesome. That's what I think every multiplayer early access game should do. It should be about getting copies into people's hands, less about making more money per copy. You bring the price down, you sell more, you make more money in quantity, plus you get people playing your fucking game, and isn't that the point? Especially for indie games. So, I don't know, go check it out. It looks pretty cool. I'm going to try to get in touch with them and get a copy of it, or I will purchase it myself. And after I check, actually I'm going to check right now just for you guys. I'm going to check the Steam charts and see if anybody's playing it. Bombernauts. Yeah, I mean, it's got 11 people playing right now, so at least you'll be able to play a game. I had 21. It was the peak today. Had a max of 34 the other day when it first came out. So as long as you get like a handful of people playing this at a time, be able to get into a game, that's pretty cool. So yeah, go check that out. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I kept it relatively short. I have off, like, let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, so I'm gonna be streaming a lot those days, just because I have nothing else to do. So go follow me on Twitter, Early Access PC on Twitter, and keep an eye out for tweets because I'm gonna be probably streaming. Rocket League, Skyforge, other games that I have to get, first looks for. I'm going to stream them all since I'm going to have those days off. But other than that, as usual, click through the Amazon banner on the website. Go follow the new hitbox.tv/early access. So you know if I go live. Easier to just go on Twitter and follow me on Twitter because I'll auto post or I'll post whenever I'm going live. But until next time, guys, have a good start of your week, and I will see you for episode 48 this Thursday. Have a good night.